Cartoon Network shows. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. No, understand. In all the videos that I've made, I've talked about a large plethora of things, okay? I've talked about history, horror. I've rehashed a lot of ground that has been hashed before. Like, how many Christopher Columbus rants do you have to hear for y'all to realize that Christopher Columbus was a legitimate fraud, okay? And something that I've never talked about, which I'm honestly surprised, is the fact that we legitimately lived through peak. We did, bro. If you were born in between the time of 2000 to, I would argue, bro, 2005. You legitimately lived through the best of everything, bro. You had the best animated movies, you had the best live-action movies, you had the best TV shows. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney XD were all going band for band for band. Dog, there was a time where your Sunday morning lineup was Avatar: The Last Airbender, Prime SpongeBob, Kids Next Door, not to mention the other things that we're going to be talking about in here, okay? For the sake of length in this video, we're just going to keep it strictly the Cartoon Network, because Cartoon Network was going insane no style, dude. How many of you guys remember the Kids' Choice Award? Okay, like the Kids' Choice Award. Remember when Shaquille O'Neal would hop up and host it with, like, the Gronk, where he would, like, give out awards based off stuff that you voted on online? Who else remembers the games in the Cartoon Network website that got taken down? Dude, Cartoon Network was going absolutely insane style in the past, okay? I read an article, and it was Gen Z, or Zoomers as they like to call us, okay, are the most nostalgic generation of all time, okay? And some boomer tried to spin it as, oh yeah, these Zoomers just don't want to grow up. Okay, listen here, Lindsay McGee. I'm sorry we didn't grow up with the thought of, oh, look it. There's a colored man walking into my bathroom. I guess he has to die. Listen, yeah, I don't want to hear anything about your generation. Talking about the lessons of your past. No. Okay, the best thing that you ever did was have children. Okay? So they could make stuff that actually mattered. Just saying, bro. Baby boomers, your biggest claim to fame was the fact that your parents actually did something. I'm sorry I went off on that side tangent. We're going to be talking about animated TV shows from my childhood from Cartoon Network. If that sounds good to you, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the Cartoon Network animated show tier list. Let's go. Total drama, dude. Okay, I deep dived into a few of these, okay? Do you guys remember the time where Cartoon Network had a ton of, like, new series that were popping up, and they were, like, live action? Like, do you guys remember Dude Perfect? Yeah, the Dude Perfect, the YouTuber, the YouTube channel, had their very own TV show on Cartoon Network. And it was just their YouTube videos. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, we just gloss over the fact that happened. You guys remember Level Up? Yeah. Listen, I don't want to bring those into here because ultimately those aren't cartoons and they weren't the best thing that was on. Well, one thing that came out of this trend was total drama. And dude, total drama for the uninitiated was essentially animated Survivor. And I swear, dude, this is what got our generation into goth women. 100%, there was a psyop that was being put in play. There was a group of powerful people, probably wearing cloaks, in a room at Cartoon Network, and they were like, yes, get them into the goth women. Do it. Because there was no reason for Gwen to be in there and looking that good. I'm just saying there's absolutely no reason that should have been a thing. And I'm starting, just about every single chick inside of Total Drama had no business looking as good as they did. That's the truth of the matter. I have no clue why they did it. However, it did go absolutely hard. Now. They started losing me in the later end because they just started adding weird gimmicks. Like, dude, I remember Total Drama World Tour was like season 3, and they made it a musical. And then there was like this dude named Alejandro that was, he taught my generation like what a player was. Okay, this man won the entire game purely by gaslighting women. If you ever want to win Total Drama, all you gotta do is gaslight women and you win. Just saying. Just saying, bro. That's how that worked, bro. Total Drama is undeniably... Oh, not the GOATs. One of the greats. I had to put them in the greats, though. Not quite the GOATs. You'll understand who the GOATs are when I put them there. Codename Kids Next Door. Have you ever... Maybe that's a thing. I was born in 2002. There's some series that were on Cartoon Network that almost feel like a dream. Like, you don't even believe that they were real, bro. I remember coming home from school in my little country town, okay? Walking in through the door, It's Halloween. You smell the pumpkin. The cold kisses your skin like like Jack Frost trying to touch a child. It's so cold you don't want to stay outside with them. And then you come inside. You smell the pumpkin pie. Your mom's probably making some turkey or some stuff like that. And then you go to sit down and you turn on Kids Next Door. A nice old cable. This was when recording stuff was pretty dope. I'm an unk! Oh my gosh, I'm an unk now. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm just now realizing that. I remember having to delete stuff and record and having to be told not to record two things at the same time. Oh my gosh, I remember those days, dude. And Kids Next Door was on there, dude. I think the best way that I can describe this is imagine like the penguins from Madagascar, but those are just children and they're fighting against the adults. And I'm sorry, this had no business going as hard as it did. Fun TV, so again, one of the greats. I would actually put it above Total Drama. To get in the GOATs, you have to be better than Codename Kids Next Door. We're gonna have some hot takes in this video, I'm just warning you. But I'm sorry, dude. All the unks remember Kids Next Door, man. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Can I keep it real with you? This is vastly overrated. No. I'm standing on this one. Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of those where it has such a crazy nostalgia value. And don't get me wrong, it's better than most stuff on TV right now. It is. Objectively is. I have no clue what pack they were smoking to get this on TV in front of children. There's legitimately some imagery inside of Courage the Cowardly Dog that I watched as a grown man, and I'm like, dog, no wonder my generation loves horror. No wonder, bro. You indoctrinated it into them young. Dude, I remember, there's this one episode, it was like The Fog, and I might do a video of stuff that traumatized my generation, okay? I think that'd be funny. And there's an episode called The Fog where like there's this thing out in the out in the fog that was like singing to Courage to have him come out and meet him. And I'm going to keep it real with you. That is such a banger idea for like an analog horror, like a sort of like horror film. Like it's a foggy day, you hear singing from outside, and then like the more you listen to it, the more compelled you are to open the door to let the monster in. Oh, dude. Like, it had some cool premises, but for the most part, dog, like, I'm gonna put it in good, at the top of good. I personally did enjoy Turtle Drama and Kids Next Door. It's not bad. I'm putting it in good, but some people say it's one of the greatest Cartoon Network shows. No, it's not. I disagree with you on fault for that. Steven Universe. Yes, this is technically in nostalgia for me because I was like a late teenager. Okay, and I'm going to keep it real with you. Steven Universe was like Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, but for children. No, like real talk, like if you watch back Steven Universe, you're kind of like, how the fuck did this ever become popular? No. I'm being real. Like, I don't know how it did. It's not that it's terrible. No. Let me rephrase that. I understand where it became popular with like a niche group of people because it has like that cult-like feel to it. Like, let me explain something to you. If somebody walks up, if somebody walks up to you and says, "Ayo, I'm a big fan of Steven Universe," you'll look at them in the eye and be like, I know you're a fan of Steven Universe. Like, does that make sense? Now, if somebody walks up to me and like, if I walk up to you and say, "I'm a big fan of Steven Universe," you'll probably be like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You may like it, but you're not a fan of it." Like, is that the, like, I can tell if you're a Steven Universe fan, and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. These were, like, the weird band kids. And listen, I think band kids are kind of chill, dude, okay? But these were the weird opera kids that really like Steven Universe. I'm legitimately, unironically, putting it in meh. It's not bad, but it bothers me how much this is loved, and then when I point out, like, no, it's not for me, I'm treated like the villain. No, I just didn't like it. It's not that deep, my brother. Teen Titans Go. Yes, we are doing Teen Titans Go before we do the OG Teen Titans, okay? Because I don't understand why this got made. No, have you ever noticed that? Like, there was a time before we got rid of, like, DirecTV where, like, we watched Cartoon Network for, like, the last time. I was probably, like, 17 at the time, so I was already kind of growing out of it. However, as we're going to tell in the later parts of this, some of the OG Cartoon Network animated shows are legitimately timeless and you can watch it again. So I'm sick and tired of this "you're growing out of it" idea when we did not have bangers that everybody enjoyed. Teen Titans Go is not one of them. Okay, I understand there's like a few fun like little bits that they do, but like for the most part, it is an inferior Teen Titans in every single way. Like, it feels like they gave up trying to entertain our generation because they were giving us peak after peak after peak. And we'll cover that later on in the video when we get into the golden age. But it's like they gave up and said, "Ayo, we're just going to insidify absolutely everything that you loved as a kid because you're growing up." No, like, they did total drama and turned it into total drama-rama. And they turned Teen Titans into Teen Titans Go. Bad. I'm actually putting it in bad. Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I can rank these how I want. It's bad. Regular So. Oh, this is what I mean, bro. You notice how nobody says this about Regular So? Oh, yeah, the reason that you don't like it is because you grew up. Regular So hits! It hits so hard. Dude, I think they should have kept it going. I legitimately do. I understand they did like a spin-off series that didn't really catch much steam. Dude, Regular So is like, this is what Gen Z kids turned into. Like, legitimately, this is what we turned into, dog. We turned into Mordecai and Rigby, man. We're over here just walking through life, and then we, like, think of, like, some crazy thing that's gonna come out of it. Like, dude, a Mordecai and Rigby episode would be, like, them trying to impress Margaret because Mordecai was a simp. And then they go to a guitar shop, and Rigby's like, "We gotta go get guitars. We gotta go get a guitar." And then the dude there has one eye, and he's like, "You can't afford any of them." And then they point to the corner, and it's the Doom guy's guitar. And they're like, "Hey, we need to get that guitar." But then the dude there's like, "If you play the guitar, it's gonna summon demons out of like out of the abyss of hell that'll kill everybody on Earth. Do not pluck that string." And then Rigby steals it, and Mordecai plays it, and it summons Doom Guy. That is a plot to a Regular So episode. It's one of the GOATs. Yes, Regular So has been into the GOATs of Cartoon Network. I will defend this on my grave. It's one of the GOATs, dude. I still sometimes will pick up a few episodes here and there because of how good it is. The GOATs. Amazing World of Gumball. Okay, no. This is where I'm starting to, I have some problems here. If the Amazing World of Gumball is not in the big three of Cartoon Network of our generation, me and you cannot be friends. I don't care if it's your least favorite of the big three, and I think you guys know what the big three are. Amazing World of Gumball started off bad. I will admit that to you. The first few seasons of Gumball were pretty mid. But I'm sorry, dog. This, I swear, bro, there's a few animated series that legitimately, I do believe, changed how our generation's brains formed. And Amazing World of Gumball, the problem with Gumball is it got good way too late in the game. Like, you can still watch episodes of Gumball, and it ended like shit. Gumball ended so bad. It makes everything else ending look better. Regular So had a decent ending, and I think was treated the most respectfully out of them all. But I'm gonna put this in one of the GOATs. It's one of the weakest of the GOATs, I will admit that. Uncle Grandpa. Dude, I feel like they were absolutely just hitting galaxy gas as they were making this, bro. They're over here like, bro, we just got a Cartoon Network contract. Yeah. Alright, bro. Yeah, I want a super realistic flying tiger, a guy named Pizza Steve. And an Uncle Grandpa, and you know what, fuck it, put the Loch Ness Monster in it. That's what it feels like. That is what it feels like to watch Uncle Grandpa. I'm sorry, it's not that good. It's just not good. I've rewatched a few of these to prepare myself for this video, and to get into the GOATs, you have to be timeless. Yes, you do! Name a great Cartoon Network TV show that is not timeless. Name one. I beg of you. Name one that was so good as a kid that you rewatched back and it was like, oh yeah, this is dog shit. No. All of the greats are timeless. Uncle Grandpa is not one of them. It's just crazy for the sake of being crazy. I put Uncle Grandpa, it's worse than Steven Universe because at least Steven has a plot. Uncle Grandpa, the best thing to come out of Uncle Grandpa is the meme that they posted when their show got canceled. No joke, that's one of the funniest parts about the entire thing. Adventure Time. Oh my gosh, dude. Do you guys remember when Cartoon Network used to host events? Dude, I feel like I'm talking to my generation right now. Whether this does well, you know what? If we can get this to like 2,000 likes, dog, I'll do something else for like another channel, bro. But I feel like I'm talking to my generation right now. Do you guys remember when Cartoon Network had like Thursday night events? We're going to be watching Adventure Time at 9, new episode. Steven Universe at 8:30, Generator X at 8. Dude, I missed that, dude. I mean, we had such a great childhood. Our childhood was so good, man. It was, dude. We had that. Remember Saturday movie nights? It was like Saturday movie days, and Cartoon Network would like pay for royalties to put movies on. Oh my gosh, those were peak, dude. Dude, Adventure Time, I'm sorry, if you haven't watched Adventure Time, it's timeless, it's great, animation is funny. I'm putting it in one of the GOATs above Gumball. Objectively above Gumball. This is my big three, but I will put another GOAT in there. Ben 10. Literally all of the Ben 10s. Dude, Ben 10 is one of the most milked IPs of all time, but it progressively got bigger and bigger and better until the most recent Ben 10 one that I'm not even going to bring up for this video. Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Omniverse, I think it was the Omnitrix, the Omniverse, it was something like that. All of them were goated. Amazing, dude. One of some of the greatest that I've ever seen in my life, dude. Like my nostalgia. I remember waking up early on Saturday just to watch the new episode. I remember, you guys remember DC? Oh, we're going to be covering DC now. Oh yeah, bro. Cartoon Network had like a bunch of DC shows that they would do in the morning on Saturdays that hit so hard, dude. I'm putting Ben 10 above Amazing World of Gumball. Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, that's such a good lineup. That's such a great lineup, dude. I gotta keep that. Mystery Incorporated. This was the closest that Scooby-Doo ever got to being edgy and fun. Like, understand this. Scooby-Doo, historically, has always had a problem between being, like, wacky and zany, but then they would have, like, the edgy element to it here and there. Like, I remember the old, Scooby-Doo movies where, like, the monster's real, and they would, like, legitimately have some horror in it. Okay? And Mystery Incorporated, I will say this is pound for pound the greatest Scooby-Doo TV show of all time. And then, you know what came out of it? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, I'm feeling the venom coming up, bro. I'm feeling that venom because I'm about to crash out. Do you know what came out of Mystery Incorporated? Velma! Dude, oh my god. They made Velma. Velma came out of this. Dear God, what have they done? What have you done to my boy? You butchered him. You took out Scooby. You took him out. You took him out and you turned Velma into Nellie from The Office. What have you done? What have you done, dude? You turned my Chad Fred into an absolute fraud. Dude, oh my, they are butchering our IP, man. They are taking our IP and butchering it like old Jeller, man. Absolutely insane, and it's a crime to my generation completely and utterly. I'm gonna put Mystery Incorporated, I have to, in great, in that great, I have to put it in great. Objectively, it has to go there. One of my all-time favorite series. They canceled it because they ran their course. That's what I feel happened. Generator X only ran for 3 seasons. Could not get funding for another one. Way better. No. This was when Cartoon Network was in, like, their real edgy phase. Like, you guys remember the edgy phase that they had where they had Young Justice, they had Generator X, they had, I mean, like, this was when Adventure Time was going crazy. Regular Show was popping off. Dude, they were going insane no style back in the day, bro. Generator X, I dare say, is an underrated banger. I remember dude, I'm happy that my generation is now making, like, you guys remember when Ben 10 and Generator X had a collab? Oh, that was our Avengers before Avengers happened. We need more of that, dude. We need more collabs like that. I'm gonna put that in good, man. I have to. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. On my grave, Disney does not get any credit for Clone Wars. Not a smidgen. They're the reason it got taken off. Disney is the reason that Clone Wars ended. They only brought it back because none of them are talented. And when they tried to make Star Wars, they hit the whip and the nay-nay on the wallet and then lost the bag. They brought back Clone Wars because they needed to sell more of their shitty Disney Plus subscriptions, which, mind you, is the most canceled subscription service in the entirety of the world, by the way. So they brought back Clone Wars to end it off, and yes, it was peak. The animation was good because they brought back a lot of the old people. Star Wars, oh my gosh, bro. I keep on saying, I remember this, but again, do you guys remember waiting until like almost until 9:30 at night trying to watch the new episode of Clone Wars because of how peak it was? Now, one of the problems that I do have with Clone Wars is it's so disjointed and out of order. Look up the watching order of the Clone Wars and it's legitimately hilarious. You have to the first episode in the series technically isn't until the 3rd season because they didn't think they were going to get this far. One of the GOATs, dude. It's one of the GOATs. I have to put it there, man. Also, they put it on Adult Swim because they committed war crimes. No, look that up. The reason that they put the Clone Wars on Adult Swim is because Anakin committed war crimes inside of the series and they didn't want to show that to children. Insane. Camp Lazlo. I'm going to keep it real with you, dog. This is one of those where, I vaguely remember watching it, but I thought it was a dream. I forgot that Camp Lazlo was a thing, and I have good memories about it, but it wasn't like it stuck in my psyche. Does that make sense? I'm gonna put it in meh, because it was like one of the more forgettable of that generation, but at least it was better than Uncle Grandpa. Yeah, I don't remember much of it, but it can't be worse than Uncle Grandpa. Legitimately, Camp Lazlo has to clear. Mad! How did they get this on TV? How? Dude, go down the rabbit hole of what Mad came from, bro. Mad used to be like a magazine of fake news that was happening. Bat Kid tracks down Osama bin Laden. That was something that legitimately was printed, and Mad had something to do with it. And then they created a TV show for children. And I'm sure it would have been funny now. I'm sure that this would have been a funny YouTube series. But this is what I don't understand. Mad, why did they... There was a joke about Taylor Lautner actually being a furry. They had jokes that were, super high level, and you didn't really understand what was going on. There was, a blue people joke that they made about Avatar, and then they, signed in a bunch of other blue aliens. I don't know, bro. I'm putting it in bad. I did not like Mad. I remember Mad would come on for 15 minutes and I just wouldn't watch it because I didn't understand the jokes. I might like it now, but I have no clue why this was on Cartoon Network. No clue. We Bare Bears. I dare say We Bare Bears was probably one of the last good Cartoon Network series to ever come out, and they ended it with a movie that was actually not half bad. You had Panda, you had Grizz, and you had Ice Bear. So good. I love it. No. I'm legitimately going to put it in. This was the last great Cartoon Network series that I have some nostalgia over. It's not the last one on here, but it's the last one to come out in the timeline. I'm going to put it at the bottom of great. Mighty Magisword. This got canceled because one of the lead animators literally had terabytes of kitty diddling footage on his laptop. Yeah, no. I'm going to leave you with that information, and feel free to look it up. I think Moist Critical even made a whole video talking about it. No. There was a dude who was animating Magisword, and it got canceled because he was the head animator, and he got arrested because he kept on circulating kitty diddling tapes, and he had terabytes of that shit. Bad. On principle, it has to be bad. And if you see a picture of the guy that did it, you're like, oh, makes sense. Dude, that's, honestly, man, that has to be one of the all-time greatest fails of all time. Imagine getting called out for doing that, and then they show the public your picture, and everybody's like, makes sense. Dog, that is a double-decker get roasted, bitch. I gotta put it in bad, though. Foster's Homes of Imaginary Friends. Ooh, this hit. Ooh, this hit so good, dude. I love this, okay? Now, this one stuck in my memory. I remember staying home on rainy days up in Michigan, man. Spring was coming in. The slush on the ground was soaking into the mud, making it a little bit more slushy outside. And I would stay inside after doing some garden work at that point, and I would watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And I just remember being like, "This is life right now." Man, dude, I'm getting sad. I'm getting sad right now, man. I'm just remembering nostalgia for my good old days and being like, dude, this hit, man. I'm gonna put this I'm gonna put it in great. I'm gonna put it in great, dude. Yeah, I gotta put it in great. Not above Mystery Incorporated. I still love Mystery Incorporated. Teen Titans. Dude, how do you make this? Cancel it on a fucking cliffhanger. And then the original creators come back, and voice actors, by the way, and they create Teen Titans Go. No joke. That was the reason why Teen Titans Go... Like, I do not give them any realm of sympathy for being like, I'm sorry that people didn't like it, but you guys are unfair to it. Dog, you ended Teen Titans on a cliffhanger. You had the audacity to do that, and then you teased them for a movie. I'm putting Teen Titans OG in one of the GOATs. One of the GOATs, okay? Dude, this is how good their lineup. Okay, KO. I completely forgot that this was a thing. I can't say one thing about it. I do remember watching like 2 episodes about it. It was bad. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to get your show canceled after 1 season on Cartoon Network right now? You're literally not competing with anybody. Bad. Young Justice. Woo! Dude, I remember Saturday mornings, they used to do DC Hour, and they would have a Batman series, the Green Lantern TV show, and then they would have Young Justice play. And dude, Young Justice was so ahead of its time, and this was like for the edgy teenagers that watched Cartoon Network, and I miss that. I miss when Cartoon Network had something for literally everybody, okay? Like, this is where I'm calling BS on, oh, well, what's not made for you? Dog. Young Justice is timeless and hits no matter what time you watch it. This was one of the all-time greatest series, and I'm going to put it in one of the greats. Why am I putting it in there? Because they ended on a cliffhanger, and then the remaining seasons were kind of mid. I'm just going to say that right now. Above Mystery Incorporated. Annoying Orange. There was a time where, like, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney were buying up YouTubers. Like, dude. Think of this. There was a time where Disney was buying up the Paul brothers so they could have them on tap. There was a time where Nickelodeon was... Oh, you want to make yourself really depressed for a second? Okay. Nickelodeon was able to score a contract deal with the biggest YouTuber on the planet at the time. Who do you think that YouTuber was? PewDiePie, Mr. Beast? No. Do you know what the biggest YouTuber in the world was? Fred! Do you remember Fred? That was the biggest guy on YouTube. Dude, I might have to make a video going over old OG YouTubers, dude. Fred is a rabbit hole, dog. And they gave this guy a full series, 3 movies, and John Cena. They gave him all of that. Where was I? Oh yeah, Annoying Orange, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I went on a whole thing about Fred. That's a whole other video. Annoying Orange was a YouTube channel going on in the OG of the YouTube days. And then Cartoon Network saw the success and wanted to bring them over. That was the same thing with the Dude Perfect. I'm going to put this in bad. It was legitimately dog shit. Annoying Orange is one of the all-time worst TV shows I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Is it worse than Velma? No, because Velma's abomination. Next. Johnny Test. Woo-wee! I had to pull out the memory stores for this one. This was like 10:30 in the morning. Cartoon Network. They would roll out Johnny Test to fill up some ad space. Because Johnny Test... This was one of the most... I want you to think about this. There was a time where the most hated series on the TV was Johnny Test. Dude... We didn't know how good we had it. Johnny Test would have done absolute numbers if you were to release it today. I'm putting Johnny Test, although it was... Yeah, I'm putting it in meh. Above Uncle Grandpa, but below Camp Lazlo. You have to do that. Samurai Jack. The only way to end this video is with Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack was so good. It is the only one of the OG Cartoon Network that they ended up bringing back because they wanted to give it an ending. Oh, and the creator of it made another TV show called Primal, which if you haven't seen is so good, by the way. Samurai Jack is one of the GOATs. One of the GOATs, dude. I would put Samurai Jack up there with Ben 10 and Adventure Time. This was what we grew up with. And there you go. That is me ranking Cartoon Network TV shows, okay? And if this goes, I'm going to say 2,000 likes. I'll make one for Disney or Nickelodeon. Let me know in the comment section down below. I've been making some videos that were bumming me out, and next week we're going to have a few more that are going to bum me out. We got probably another analog horror for Monday. Wednesday, I'm probably going to either do evilest companies in the world or worst jobs to have. And then Friday, the Elden Ring lore video is going to be released. Man, I really have earned the name Ethan on everything now that I say that out loud. And with all that out of the way, if any of that sounds good to you, please consider a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that's only possible with the support of you guys. And with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video. Adios, guys.